And now, your reigning, defending, greatest wrestling podcast of all time. This is Let Me Book the Territory, the podcast for smart marks and nostalgia nerds. Featuring A-Dub.
On site, and it's on site.
B.A.
How can the heel heal off on the heel when the heel is healing?
And E-Ray.
No wrestling moves, just hands. Just hands.
Powered by the Embrace the Turn Up Network in partnership with the Inaudible Ruckus Podcast.
Welcome to the madness here.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Drew McIntyre in a hoodie.
After watching a few AEW Dynamite matches, it is time for the greatest professional wrestling podcast known to all of mankind, to Alienkind, to Martian Manhunters, to the Green Lanterns, to the Skrulls, to the... I ran out of comic book races. This is Let Me Book the Territory. You guys, it's your boy A-Dub. I did not use my creative control. So for today, I'm just your pod guy, your pod tribal chief. Normally, we do have Chinstrap Jones with us, and normally we do have the quasi-bad guy with 7/8 teeth, but they took a trip to the NXT parking lot, and you know things go bad there all the time. So they are not joining us right now. The quasi-bad guy might pop in. We don't know. He has to go to medical, has to go talk to Ava, you know, the whole thing. But we got a special treat for you. We got the senior AEW, Ring of Honor, GCW, Wrestle Revolver correspondent. I'm talking about the wisest of the wise men who understands an era of graps that we were all tuned out for. So we asked him questions about it all the time, and all he can say was, look, it was a crazy fucking time. Of course, I'm talking about my homie Sean. Sean, what's going on, man?
Oh, the same it's usually. Blessed to be back on another episode. And, you know, I'm inspired by the graphs that we saw before in AEW with these few episodes. So I am going to be ecstatic tonight to be talking.
Oh, yes. It was a hell of a match that we saw between Kyle Fletcher and Kazuchika Okada. And what a finish. What a finish to end that matchup. But man, oh, and look who's back out of NXT Medical. No? Is he back? He's not? Oh, no. Still a little busted up there. All right, well, we just gonna keep it moving here. It's all good. I promise you guys, E-Ray might be joining us at some point in the pod. I don't know. Maybe. He's got to get his levels right. He's got to get clear about medical. He's got to talk to Ava, and you know how Ava talks with, her front teeth and bottom lip. So you got to get all that together. But we're going to start off. The Bash in Berlin happened. No Mercy happened. They announced WWE week and so much craziness going on. And All Out is Saturday. Jesus
Facts.
Christ.
Too many graphs.
So much is going on. And it's Saturday at a reasonable time, wise man. Did you see that?
Oh, no. I thought it was going to start traditional, 7, 8 o'clock type stuff. What time is it starting?
I mean, 7 p.m. is the start time.
Yeah, that's a reasonable start time.
Well, I mean, okay, maybe it's reasonable because it's on a Saturday night and not on a night where niggas got to go to work in the morning.
Okay, that is true because they should, you're going to have to go into the 1 a.m. type shit to watch a AEW pay-per-view.
Which is fine on a Saturday night. That's totally fine. It's totally fine on a Saturday night. Yeah, like, it was funny. I was just looking it up and I was like, oh shit, All Out is this weekend. And I'm thinking, oh, Sunday night. I'm like, well, not watching that because my Lions play Sunday night. So I was like, that's another L for me. I was going to try. And I was like, oh, Saturday? It's a beautiful, fucking beautiful. Because Michigan plays at noon. They about to go get curb stomped by Texas, but that's a whole nother thing for a whole nother time. But Wiseman, where you want to start? You want to start with the Bash? You want to start with No Mercy? Where you want to start?
We can go ahead and let's start with Bash because I feel like No Mercy had a little more oomph to it as far as like the specialty grabs.
Fair. So
Bash.
Oh, what? Oh my God, he's here? Did you say his name? And he appeared? There it is.
Right. E. Hendry, there he is.
There it is. Wes Leroy himself. E-Ray is in the building. Got jumped in the NXT parking lot. He got ridged, but got cleared by medical, and he is here. We were just, introing a little bit. E-Ray, how you doing, buddy? After all the technical difficulties and ridge whooping your ass.
I mean, normally, i.e., 2 months ago, I might have took that as an insult, but considering all the VC he spent on all those new moves and a new attitude, I mean, I can't really say nothing.
Wait, you saying he wouldn't have whooped your ass before all the new moves?
I'm saying I would have been offended because he was breaking necks and cashing checks. Now, it's more so of a full-on, like, oh, something's happening.
I got you.
Vastly different than it was previous. Before it was like go away heat. Now it's like, heel.
So you're saying his moveset before?
Dare I say?
Saying his moveset before Sunday was the first level of parappa the rapper. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind.
If you want to test me, I do you fine. I mean, maybe, perhaps, but I seen so much like movement, so many different like skill sets. It was a lot going on with said gentleman, but we'll get there. So I don't want to derail this too much. I'll just say I am here. You said my name and I'll appear. What's going on?
Oh, we live in the dream. As we saw the learning tree right before we got on
fucking
here.
learning tree.
Let's
not derail. Okay.
But speaking of turns, Bridge did turn, but somebody who didn't turn was the homie Kevin Owens. I feel like we were all wrong in this one because we were like, yeah, it has to happen. Like, heel KO is just like water is wet. And he didn't turn. Him and Cody, that was a banger of a match. I was very impressed with that match. E-Ray, give me your thoughts on KO not turning. Where does KO go from here? Where does Cody go from here? Were you surprised with the non-turn?
No, not really. I thought that's just way too obvious in a sense. And then furthermore, I thought they told a great story in the ring, but it's just like, all right, we knew. I feel like we already knew what it was going to be. I think it would have been too easy at this point to just flip flop. We don't want to turn KO into the Big Show. And I mean, again, shout out to the Big Show. No shade, but that's how Vince was using them. Like every time. Oh, we just because you're bad now. Oh wait, you're good now. You're good, bad good. Good means good, bad means good. All that. It was just very confusing always. And I feel like we didn't want to put KO in that same situation. So they're doing something with him. They're letting him cook. And even in the match they showed and they kind of detailed the story of him feeling those same ways, those familiar ways. And again, I think you've kind of said ad nauseum. He's the one only person that watches wrestling. So he states, hey, everybody else, I had a valid reason for turning on him, except Kofi.
Sorry, Kofi.
And so he was channeling that every time. And you seen him like, oh, look at that hardest part of the ring, looking real nice right now. And then he stopped himself. He was like, oh, it sure be nice if I just buckled his knee in while he was bracing himself. But he didn't. So these were the things that was like the inner struggle of KO. I was like, I like
the duality of KO.
I liked it. So that they told a great story in the ring, and I felt like, okay, it might be a little too cliche. And again, I've said it once and I say it again. Perhaps Cody's like super white meets baby facetism is changing people's heart. He's hitting them with like the Care Bear stare, and it's just like, oh, I'm so good again. And he's like making all his friends that are known to turn on people not turn.
Cody's like the reverse kryptonite to supervillain.
I mean, he's kind of like reverse Fiend. He's affecting people in like
that
a lovely way. Like, oh, he earned the power of heart and respectability.
I love it. All right, everybody out there, I just want to say this real quick. Get you somebody that looks at you the way KO looks at the hardest part of the ring. And you'll be happy for the rest of your life. I promise you. You will
that
be
was
happy.
A loving stare, like,
Looking good.
We had them times. I remember.
Oh, I remember. Broke some backs with you.
Oh.
Okay. Pause. Yeah.
No, there was no pause. He was
fast
literally
forward.
trying to break people's backs. Yeah, no. Wise man, if I gave you the pen, where would you go with one Kevin Owens next?
I was even thinking about the match because he restrained himself so much. It had more to be desired, in my opinion. So, I don't know, man. Bad Blood, maybe somewhere before then, have him turn in some way or cause something, and then really give the KO and Cody that we deserve, essentially, to speak.
So you want a KO Cody too? You don't want a solo Cody too?
No, I have no interest in Solo Sikoa as a in-ring performer in active matches. Like just the Enforcer Solo Sikoa, cool. Street Champ Solo Sikoa,
Street Champ,
Street Champ was
cool. Suge
like
Knight Solo Sikoa, not with it.
Suge Weekend. Come on now.
You mean, what do you mean? You're not feeling the new tribal chief, new Bloodline City, Solo Brown?
Sit your $5 down.
I was about to say, sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Classic.
No. I mean that.
So wait,
I feel you.
Who's the G Money in New Bloodline City?
It's absolutely Tongaloa. Like, no shade, but
Mr. Can't Get Right.
I ain't even saying all that. I'm not saying all that. I'm just saying if you had a cast of characters, you lined them up. You know, back in the day, they used to give you those tests when you was like in like elementary school, where you would have to like it'd be a symbol and a word, or they would just put two characters together. Have to match them up. I'm drawing the line.
They match.
Right. And she's gonna be like, 100%. Check. That's like, yes. Give me my
Jacob
sticker.
Fatu the Dutter
Give me
Man?
my sticker. Huh?
Is Jacob Fatu the Dutter Man?
I mean, he is definitely. I love you, Solo. Come on. Writes itself.
Oh shit.
Wow.
And let's leave the analogy right there.
Yeah, after that it gets a little messy. Wait.
I had it, but I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, he said wait. He said wait.
Nope. Come on.
What was Ice-T's character's name? Is that Cody?
No, I don't think so. I think Cody would probably be like Mario Van Peebles. He's just such a good cop guy.
Okay.
Like,
all right, I like that.
Ice-T was a little bit on the dangers of that.
Oh, you know what?
Ice-T is KO. He's I want to slam you so hard on this ring, my dick's hard. Whoa! Wait a moment, sir.
It all checks out.
Jesus.
You saw the way he was looking at the hardest part of that ring. It all checks out.
Yeah, that looked affectionate. That was that.
That's one of the craziest yet greatest lines in cinema history. Thank you, Ice-T, aka Detective Tutuola.
Oda Flynn, Tutuola,
So good.
aka Ice-T, aka the cop killer. Again, crazy record if you've never actually heard it and just heard about it. Crazy record from start to finish. Anyways.
What time did the police knock at his door?
6 in the morning.
There you go.
Come on, man. Anyways,
Shout out to the
come on.
hip-hop historian himself. Him and LeBron James. Ladies and gentlemen,
Of course.
it's incredible. The knowledge, the autodidact. He's seen it. He's seen the video when we it's like 6 in the morning. Like, duh. I seen it. It was a clock right there behind him. It was like the little one with the analog clock. I know y'all don't. No one who listens to this podcast knows what an analog clock is. It's okay. It's a clock that had like. Never mind. Y'all probably didn't have them at school no more. It doesn't matter. Analogy done. Fucking Xenials or whatever you call them. Gen Xers. Jesus.
No, Gen X is like our older cousin.
Whatever. I don't care anymore.
Alpha's in school right now.
Gen Zers, Gen Al. Oh man, I don't even know. Just stay in school and stay off my lawn, okay?
Oh shit.
Wow.
Go wrestle John Cena. I don't even know what that would do.
Yeah, I don't know where we went with that.
Because my rage.
Wrestle John Cena.
Anywho.
Millennial rage. Ah! You and Drew McIntyre full of millennial rage as the war over the bracelet continued. In the first strap match we've seen with the actual hit the corner shit in
a minute.
Mm-hmm.
God knows how long.
Maybe like a decade or so. A decade and so. I think the last one I recall was Eddie Guerrero versus somebody.
They actually did one more after that with Shad Gaspar and JTG.
They had not changed each other?
And they actually pulled the exact same spot where, like, where he would follow one taps and then he taps at the same time.
Well, that was pioneered by
Eddie.
One Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Yes. So there we go.
They all did the same spots.
Yeah, you gotta pay homage.
So it's been at least a decade because the one that
Everybody
the Fiend
did
and
this
Daniel
too.
Bryan had, that was just
was just a beat your ass.
that was just violence.
Just back straps. Whips.
Yeah.
That was
12
just
years of a strap match. That shit was crazy. That's all you heard. I told you. I'm so happy there was nobody of color involved in that match. So that's why I could say it. Because otherwise, I was like, I ain't touching that one. But it was just two Caucasian men whipping the soul out of each other. And it was great.
And after 35 go to sleeps, CM Punk took his bracelet back and he won that battle of the bracelet wars.
I got a question.
By tapping all four corners.
Kinda.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. CM Punk won his bracelet back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it still considered a bracelet and or a prize to be won if prior to him winning, CM Punk had to get it from Drew McIntyre, who did not use it as a bracelet, but possibly a device for his, how should I say this? Sexual gratification?
Question mark?
I wouldn't have been kissing that bracelet.
I would say it rhymes with rock ting.
That
gives a whole new meaning to vein slapper.
If Drew was truly using the bracelet in that manner, he won the Hater of the Year award for next year as well.
Diabolical.
That's a menace.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't have took that bracelet back. Like, you can keep it. It's kind of like when your cousin, a cousin came over and then he like peed in his pants or something, and you got to wear your clothes. Like, just keep it, bro. It's all yours. When you was growing up, you know you had that cousin had to use your something. You like, you got it.
It's all good.
It's all yours.
I'll tell Mom to take me to Burlington Coat Factory later. It's all good.
Damn it, that was my favorite Echo shirt. You got it.
You got it. It's all yours. It's all
Love
yours,
that
buddy.
Oshkosh bagosh. It's all yours, bro. Don't even bring it back washed. It's all yours.
All right, wise man, since you remember the very last strap match before this one, compare the two. Give me a comparison. Did Shad, Rest His Soul, and JTG do better, or did the best in the world and the Kendrick Lamar hater of the year?
I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I
don't know. I didn't see it. I wasn't there.
Look, I fuck
Ruthless
with them,
Aggression.
but
I wasn't there.
This was not.
You're right.
No, they did not do anywhere close to Drew and Punk. Drew and Punk was just straight up violence, along with good storytelling. Him finally getting the bracelet back. It was nice. Nothing
Bracelet
close
question
to
mark? My question.
The
I got a
Rock
better
King,
question.
whatever. Yeah,
Rock Team.
Rock Team.
Rock Team. Yeah.
That's the name of it. Rock Teams.
Rock
So sad.
We cannot name the episode.
No, we cannot.
My question, 2, I'll pose, and I think it might be obvious, but 1, probably obvious. Is this the best CM Punk match in WWE thus far?
On the second run?
Yes.
Yeah,
Talking
absolutely.
about on a comeback. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's only had 2.
I mean, if you count the Royal Rumble,
I guess.
I mean,
so far, yes.
is
there's
this
only
match
been-
better than the Royal Rumble? I don't know if I could say that.
I mean, the Royal Rumble as a whole,
Because he was in damn near the whole thing. Like,
all 30 combatants versus yes, that's what I'm talking. Shut up. Anyway, or what I really wanted to get to, was this strap match better than MJF versus CM Punk strap match? There's been
No.
I've heard talk both sides.
No.
I present it to you and I'll let y'all have it.
No, absolutely not.
I'd have to go back and rewatch it, but like, I don't think it was.
No. Even
Wise man
the
is
whole
saying emphatically
premise,
no.
the whole premise of this feud has been good.
Mm-hmm.
The MJF and CM Punk feud felt like a legitimate blood feud. Like it's nowhere near close.
I just thought I'd ask. I heard some things, some places, and I was like, I don't think so. Again, definitely best CM Punk match on the comeback.
Of the
I
two.
still don't know what CM Punk we have or what we're getting in totality. I still keep my word prior when I'm saying I don't know what he has left and if it's going to be able to give in the ring versus I still enjoy CM Punk. But and we'll probably talk about that shortly, but the MJF versus CM Punk match, that was very good. Like, more than very good. That was really fucking special. And I was like, oh my God. They were beating the shit out of each other. I was like, oh my God. Dude was getting choked, murdered. I was like, this is sheer violence. And I enjoyed it. And then also, I hold in such high regard. Him versus Samoa Joe was an incredible match.
Oh, yeah.
An incredible match.
I feel that.
But so if we can get more of that,
after he
CM
choked
Punk,
out Jack Perry,
yeah,
which made it even better.
Which I don't know how many reversals or how much VC he used to just choke a nigga out and then still have a whole match afterwards. Impressive, nonetheless. So we need more of that, CM Punk, and I think we might get it because of what ended up happening later on. But I'll leave it there. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. I thought it was good. It was much better than I expected. I thought they might have maybe blundered this. Only thing I didn't like, I really didn't enjoy. I thought because Drew is so big, the GTS didn't look that clean, or maybe the cameraman, they used the wrong angles, so it didn't look like he did catch about 50 11 of them. 50 11 go to sleeps.
But he should still be asleep.
I know why I turned into Shannon Sharp. 50 11 go to sleeps. you crazy, CM Punk. You crazy.
Now you got to sip your cognac.
This right here. I know you don't drink, CM Punk. I know you straight edge. But this right you're crazy. You're crazy. Right here. You're delicious.
Shannon Sharp offering CM Punk cognac.
Shannon Sharp interviewing CM
Didn't
Punk
think I'd hear that
hilarious.
today.
That actually might be hilarious to watch.
I'll watch it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because CM Punk was like a huge Bears fan when Shannon was playing him every week, so he could probably ask Shannon some stories, and then Shannon could like, Phil,
Right.
let me tell you something, Phil.
What do you think about going to the UFC? you thought you just gonna wrestle, then you gonna see? Come on, Phil. What?
Come on, Phil.
Right.
Hey, Shannon. I don't know, Shannon. I think you can still do it. You look pretty in shape there, Shannon. You wanna spar? Phil.
Look, shit. Jungle boy, jungle man. I choke nigga out too. And cut.
Okay.
I tell you what, Shannon. It's pretty easy to choke out. I think you got him.
Weird.
Okay. And Shannon Sharp impressions.
Throw him through some glass. Make sure it's real glass.
Real glass.
Real glass.
Make sure it's filled with cognac. The yak. The Shannon yak. Just smash a glass straight through his fucking head. Jungle scapegoat. Just leak. I'm drinking the cognac through this real glass in my forehead. I'm dizzy.
Oh, man.
Is this a wrestling podcast? What? No.
Look, the man made his own title. He might make his own glass of cognac to insert into his brain. You don't know. He's the scapegoat. Anything that happens, we blame it on him.
Well, you
For the rest of this
E-Ray.
pod.
John Moxley just called him a real nice kid.
Oh, I thought you were about to say
That
something
shit
else.
was, he said,
So
I don't
you a
care what
real-
anybody else says. You're a real nice kid. And then walked away.
To his face. I was like,
That-
you can't call me a nice kid to my face. No.
That's Eminem levels of ruckus. Like,
You got to really prove to me you could fight at that point.
he said, you're a nice kid. You went to Glenbrook. That's a private school. You got two parents. Clarence.
Your real name is Claire.
Clarence is home with both parents. And Clarence's
Jungle
parents have a
Man
real
makes
good
Real
marriage.
nice marriage.
What? That's what he just told. That's what he just told the scapegoat. That's
He
what he
said,
just told.
Jungle Man, you're literally from 90210. Literally. What jungle?
Them palm trees don't count no jungle. Come on, jungle boy. What jungle you from?
Nepotism rainforest.
Yeah.
Nepotism Rainforest. Nepotism Rainforest Cafe.
Nepotism reigns in AEW.
Oh,
Fucking Jungle Man versus Hook for the FTW championship. Nepotism reigns.
whoever wins that match has to do it with a spear. I don't make the rules.
All right, back on track.
What were we talking about? I forgot.
Where are we? Let me get this ship back on course, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Bash in Berlin. So the Terror Twins beat Judgment Day. Black Girl Magic gets their tag belts back, which, not gonna lie, was a little surprised by that. I thought Dawn would hold them a little bit longer, and whoever her tag partner is.
Elbow fire.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Whoever her that's why they didn't hang on to it, because people like you, or whoever she is, you know elbow fire. Stop playing.
Hey, one of them is Bluetooth compatible, one isn't. So
points were made.
Trying to be connected, if you feel what I'm saying.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
You gotta connect with the fans. I see where you're going here. You gotta connect with the fans.
You feel me?
So she wasn't on Discovery. No Discovery mode, so they had to lose the title. I get it. I follow you. That happened. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, Dub said he was surprised. Sean, did you think that we were going to see that happen?
I didn't think they would win those titles back. I honestly am waiting for Bianca and Jade to get out of tag team women's division purgatory. It's been exhausting. Like, I'm tired of seeing those two locked up. Like,
wow. Okay.
Here's the question: is it purgatory for both of them, or is it just purgatory for one of them?
Oh shit, Dub is
it's purgatory
tonight.
Look,
caliente.
Look, it's purgatory for both of them, because best case scenario, in my opinion, Jade can go to NXT and actually compete for that women's title. Bianca could go back to the, nice main card women's titles, compete, do something.
Wowzers.
This women's tag division is ass. Let's be. Can you name 3 women's tag teams just off the top of your head that weren't involved in this match?
Yeah, Damage Control, TikTok Tag Team, and the Stud Line.
Unfortunately,
exactly. That's all the matches they ever run. That's it.
But then, points were made.
Both of y'all these belts, they didn't have any tag teams.
Both of y'all are making
when
a
they
lot
launched
of
these
sense.
belts, they had Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, and then they put Sasha and Naomi together.
Iconics.
Excuse me, the Iconics.
And all 4 of them, except for Naomi, so all 3 of them are gone now out of the company. So
big fact.
Yeah, you see how that is. Shit.
Haven't seen the TikTok tag team in a bit.
Because they're doing shit with Lyra Valkyria, so they're not even doing 2-on-2 tag team shit.
Now Lyra's back on that next team.
I know it's so much shit happening. Oh, we're gonna get to it.
And anyway, Lyra had a speed match today. Did you guys know that?
I didn't. No,
yeah,
I
against
didn't.
Io Sky.
Oh, she lost. I know that. Am I right?
I don't know. I didn't watch it yet. I was scrolling through Twitter.
You just saying it.
And somebody said it was a good match, and I was like, oh, okay.
You know who else
whenever I got
watched
3 minutes.
Oh, speed.
What the hell?
Anyway.
All right.
Good job. Moving along. I definitely didn't see that coming. Surprised. I don't think. I don't want to stay on this, but I don't think it's purgatory. I think it's what do you call that? When you have to like take a prerequisite.
Prerequisite?
Yeah, I feel like it's a prerequisite. For Jade.
Prerequisite.
Yeah,
for
I'm gonna go there. Prerequisite for Jade.
Okay.
Because she gets to literally be up front and learn from one of the best women that has ever done it.
Mm-hmm.
Even right now, Bianca Belair. And that's no shade to Jade. She just hasn't been here long enough. She just got here in March. Like, for real.
Yeah.
And like doing stuff. So, and she said herself in the post presser shit. She hasn't been here that long. And again, people are still talking about AEW. So she's just trying to like figure out the 2-camera stuff, being like the best hot tag person. And that's a lot.
Arena.
She's trying, and she's trying to learn, and she's getting better, but it's like a prerequisite for her. For Bianca, I think it just gives her a chance to do something else and us not get that same John Cena fatigue, because we know as soon as she comes back around, she's more than deserving of a title shot, and then the actual title will probably go right back to her. So I think it's easy for her to just do something different, because this is the same thing that Sasha and Naomi left the company for. They're trying to make these things bigger and expand the roles of women on TV, as well as like women's prominence, holding the belts and doing this other stuff. So I think they're doing a great job with that, as long as to the wise man's point, they create more for that division if you're gonna have it. I never was a cosign of women's tag team wrestling because it just wasn't enough. I thought a secondary title made more sense because you do have a lot of women on the roster. You just don't have, like, again, it's the same makeshift tag team shit that Vince was trying to do. Now, I think you're organically getting more and it's working, but again, I think it's easier to just install a secondary title as we were watching on NXT, and it's working far better. But I digress. Neither here nor there. We already talked about the Terror Twins and the things. I think I was the only one who picked the Terror Twins to win.
I believe you were.
I think that's crazy. Fucking crazy, man. Like, sometimes you're right, sometimes you're everybody else. I don't know what to tell you. It's crazy. But yeah, them niggas won. And Dom got a shocker. Gave him them bows. Incredible.
Yeah, like that spot. I mean, I get it. I take an elbow to the eye for Liv. I get it.
That's crazy. So you're just taking domestic abuse for his milk. You know,
For some cheeks. Jesus Christ. All right.
For his milk of magnesia. I have to ask, because I heard this too. Sorry, I'm hearing a lot of things today, so I'm just bringing it to y'all. One of the greatest mixed tag matches ever? That was thrown around.
Wow, I mean, I never really put together my top 5 of mixed tag matches. So
it wasn't significant enough to me, and like that good of a match to be like, oh man, this is like the greatest shit I ever saw for this. Like,
and I didn't watch the WWE mixed tag tournament that they had a few years ago. So
that's what I was also going to say.
I used to watch that. It was actually pretty good because it was.
I saw a couple of them, but I was like, this is interesting. But again, not something I ever thought about ranking ever in my life.
I'll say this. Simply by your reaction, it wasn't. Like, it's pretty easy. And number 2, answer that might shock you. Probably one of the most memorable tag matches, mixed tag matches that I can think of. Any guesses? Throw it out there.
Memorable mixed tag match.
It's like, it's so obvious and so not at the same time. I don't know if y'all get it, but
John and Nikki versus Miz and Maurice?
No.
Was that no?
That was at WrestleMania.
That was a thing at WrestleMania, and no.
That's the only reason I remember it.
There's another WrestleMania, and it was another mixed tag match, and that's why the people involved in it might surprise you, coming from me particularly.
Triple H and Stephanie versus Rock and Ronda?
I was thinking the Triple H and Stephanie one, but I'm like, why would this be any significance to him? Like,
That match
it had no business being that good.
This is before we knew that Ronda couldn't wrestle?
Match? Whoa, hold on.
Yes, we didn't know what we were going to get from her. I think that's what did it. I speak to that quite often. I'm like, besides
was it Rock and Ronda or was it Kurt and Ronda?
Who?
Was it Rock and Ronda? Or was
it wasn't Rock. It wasn't.
It was
Rock.
Kurt.
Yes.
Kurt, right? Okay.
Or somebody. I don't know who else, but I just know specifically because she did all the shit. So I was like, man, and she was hitting the move, and it looked so stiff. And it was probably the one of maybe 2 Ronda matches I actually enjoyed.
The other one being versus Sasha.
Between her, Sasha, and somebody else. I want to say Becky, but I could be wrong. At Royal Rumble. Whichever one that was.
Okay.
I enjoyed that one as well. But again, that was like probably one of the most, because it was just on a big stage. I'm like, Stephanie? And I'm like, I know this is going to be cheeks. Like, I just was completely just knowing this is about to be the worst thing I've ever seen, and it wasn't. And I was like, so it sticks out because it undersold and it over delivered. And I was like, oh, by far one of the best mixed tag matches I can remember. Usually the other ones are just so bad. Hey, things happen. Speaking of things happening, Gunther choked out Randy Orton. That happened. It's a real thing. He said,
wow,
Randy, I'm going to beat your ass. And he did. And then he choked him out. Randy
I must end you 93. Just put him to sleep.
Yeah. You won't be back.
As our ruthless aggression expert, has Randy Orton ever been choked out before?
To your knowledge.
Yeah, plenty of times.
Oh.
Randy Orton has never ran or, avoided ass whoopings like that. Cena's choked him out before. Taker's choked him out before. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think Edge has ever choked him out, but he's done some horrendous things to him. So yeah, Randy's gotten fucking KO'd.
Giving him some traumatic pain, but okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's fine. It hadn't happened in recent memory.
No. Nah, hell no.
And not
hell
to
no.
anyone
not to
that
290
wasn't
pound Randy.
That too. And no one that, again, all the people you named, legends. So, oh yeah, Undertaker, yes. Edge, right. John Cena.
People with their own wings in the Hall of Fame. Like, oh, okay.
Right. Like, I could see that. It wasn't like, fucking,
yeah, not downing them or nothing.
Like,
I'm just,
well, no. I'm just saying, and again, this is not a knock, but it was like, oh, it wasn't Curtis Axel that choked him out.
It wasn't Brian Kendrick on the episode of Velocity.
Jeez. I mean,
Speaking of Velocity, I saw something on Twitter today. Do you guys know that Daniel Bryan wrestled John Cena on Velocity once?
I saw that on Twitter today, and I did not know.
In like 2004? I was like, what?
Can't say that I did.
Damn, it's back when the almost fired Cena days.
I can see that.
Velocity was rough.
Loved Randy's entrance. I think, and I was watching something earlier that kind of alluded to this. The PLEs overseas have kind of started something of people getting their flowers like super heavy, and it's great because they hadn't been there before, or we hadn't had like major event there. So you seeing no one that was singing Randy Orton song. Now the whole fucking crowds are just belting this shit and I was like, again, it's a great song. We know it. We love the But
voices in our head.
What I did not like, colorful Randy trunks. Didn't enjoy that.
Okay.
It's a
minor gripe. Yeah. Like when he was like kind of chubby Randy with no sleeves. Didn't like, I need even the straight blacks, the Viper blacks, Black Mamba blacks. I don't need like the colorful, nothing you can say. Like, no. Nope. I don't like, that's what I said. That's not my Randy.
That's
not my era
shower
Randy.
of fireworks behind you.
Yeah, no.
Take what's mine. Man, when he had like the sparks coming down when he was doing his pose, man.
Yeah, that part hard, but again, it's just not my Randy. I went.
No, I agree. Not my Randy either, but definitely like the moment I was like, oh yeah, this kid's a star.
Like legend killer. Like when I punt you in the brain. That's my. I was like, no, because that was like, oh, he's not gonna. Oh my god, he just did it. I was like, oh yeah, that's the guy.
That was only like what,
John Cena's
5
father.
years apart or something. It's not too far off. Like,
but I went back and watched those original Randys, and I was like, I don't even recognize because he's like a little bit of chubby. I've seen him when he's slimmed down, where he was just gaunt, and he looked like a Viper. Like he was gaunt and long. That's how you could tell. Like, oh, Randy Orton's really tall. Because he just like his limbs were so long and he had slimmed down, and that's when the voice in his head. All that was the Randy that I'm used to. So to see him in colorful trunks, it just felt weird to me. And it may or may not have been the reason for his downfall. Just saying. I don't know.
So you're saying the
some
colorful trunks had you cheering for Gunther to basically sell Gamez this motherfucker?
I'm not going to say that.
Colorful trunks. So,
look, Dub's doing that thing where he was like, hey guys, I was a rapper. You ain't even creative with the sell games. I'm Vegeta, you my son, Trunks. Oh, no.
The colorful trunks, the purple haired, and Gunther kind of looks like Android 16. I mean,
Kind of talk like him too. I'm sorry.
No, I can't get that image out of my head. Big ass green shoulder pad. Sick.
love it.
Cross references galore. Yeah, I didn't root for him to murder him. I'm just saying maybe or maybe not. That might have been the cause of his downfall. I mean, I've been in lots of weight rooms. I think there's ancillary things that do affect your ability to perform or perform at a higher level or a lower level or success, whatever. I've been in a gym and I've had like Taylor Swift on, not me personally, but the gym. And I was like, I'm not hitting 300 a day. Like, that shit ain't happening. And then I've had my personal, like, what do you call them? My personal headphones on, my cups. And it was like, oh, we blasting Kanye to glory. And I'm like, oh, I'm feeling it. I'm doing this for my ancestors. I'm doing this for my family. I can't let them down. Ultra Travolta. Yes! Can't be stopped. Just saying. Would there have been a different outcome if Randy wasn't wearing colorful trunks? Would the voices have been louder in his head?
So if Randy just went full Black Album, he might have won the match. I got you.
Man.
What more can you say, right?
Were we not entertained?
Oh, we were very
I was.
entertained. Anytime Gunther's out there just beating the shit out of people, it's almost as entertaining as Bronson Reed killing people. But
Yeah, those are not idle threats.
yeah,
Those
they're
are
actual
legitimate. Yeah, time off
Threats.
requests. Yeah, that's some shit.
isn't it ironic that Bronson Reed got time off on Monday and he was actually sick, but he couldn't write
Did he
himself
tsunami
off?
himself? He just died. That's just him diving off of something.
They're like, wait, Bronson's actually sick? Like, wait, who do we call to write Bronson off of TV? Just tell people he's sick.
And he just
Ain't
jump
nobody
off.
finna write Bronson Reed off of TV. The fuck?
Like, oh shit.
His
Anyway,
wife's at home like,
doppelganger.
honey, why did your interest thing keep playing on your phone? Oh, that's for the time off request. What? Is that why you've been killing people on television? Well, they needed some time off to go see their kids off to college. I need a storyline.
Big Sean effect. Better me than you.
Yeah.
Wrapping this up. How was this PLE? Bash in Berlin.
That was a B minus.
Yeah, I would give it a
It
B
was-
for like as predictable as we thought it was. And granted, we were wrong about a couple of things. Still, solid B. Like, everybody delivered. I thought the opener being the WWE title match was a good decision to get the
Right.
crowd hot, and then to close it with Gunther, the hometown hero, choking out the Viper. Not mad. Not bad.
Is it still needing maybe more matches? Like 1 to 2 more? Or do y'all think 5 is enough?
I'll never deny more wrestling. Unless it's like stupidly long.
matches.
Yeah, now if you're talking like a 20 match card, that's too much. But you know, if they're adding 2 more matches on there, wouldn't mind at all. If they're told and correctly, good matches, I don't want to see some random Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez. I'm good on that. Add some actual substance to a match.
Damn.
Won't even say it, but
I wouldn't be mad at a 6 match, but to me, if you add another match, it needs to be a title match. To me, there's too many titles left off of these 5 match cards.
big facts.
I can see that.
That being, the IC and US titles, not on this card. Tag titles not defended at all.
So you could
Speed title not
do 2 more
defended.
matches.
Huh?
2 more. 7 should be like 7 should be standard for every PLE that's not either a 2-night event or one of the main
See,
4.
I'm cool with 6 because if you do 6,
Okay.
that means one of the mid card titles gets defended on those go home shows. And like Triple H's idea of, hey, 5 lets us stack our go home shows makes sense, but
Okay.
again, you're still leaving stuff off because you have so much you have to do on Raw and on SmackDown to build to this pay-per-view that, again, IC title not defended, US title not defended.
See, I differ just a bit. I think 7 is perfect. And not to say they all, again, I disagree with you there as well. They don't have to be all titles that are defended, but it gives more time for possibly another women's match or something, or this other women's title or secondary title, whatever you want to call it. Or again, one of the mid-card titles, US Intercontinental, or the tags, either or. But yeah, there's a lot that, again, for it to be just 5, I think 7 is good without being too long. It keeps us entertained and not just throwaway matches like, why are we having this exhibition? Or we need to have a what do you call that? Pre-show match. So much pre-show. So much.
Get out of my brain.
So yeah, that's fine with me. I was like 7 would be good. I'm hoping that maybe Bad Blood gives us 7. and then
like, I think with adding more matches and the way they're doing their PLEs now, you have this interesting like dynamic that you have so many overseas pay-per-views and you have this intercontinental champion, which is supposed to be defended on each continent. And then when you have PLEs back home, guess what? US title's on the line. The US title should be on the line every time they have a PLE on home soil. And when they leave the continent, the Intercontinental title needs to be on the line. And I honestly should probably open up the fucking show. But again, I digress.
Braun Breaker is Velocity. So who knows? Moving on.
So they should change his music to the Velocity theme song?
I mean, they keep changing his music, so who knows? Wherever they land.
I think we're on Creator Wrestler 11 now. It was 7 a few months ago.
So wait, is this why they're doing the whole tournament to like try out new Braun Breaker music until he finds one he likes for the whenever he defends
until we
it?
find one we like. There's a difference.
Well, the problem is they're not putting him on TV in matches. He's just backstage yelling at Jey Uso. Like, hey, you should go lay down, Jey Uso, because I'm Braun Breaker. And you have a 0.3 hundredth of a chance to ever beat me times infinity.
Yeet.
Yeah.
And there we go.
And And Jey Uso's like, son, I wrestled your father. Get away from me.
Damn. All right.
No, I don't know if he ever wrestled Rick.
I don't think
doubt it.
Highly doubt it.
I don't think there was any type of like. Anywho, on what were we at Friday, Monday Night Smack.
Let's hit Monday Night Raw and then
Monday Night Raw down.
We'll backtrack to No Mercy.
Whoa.
And then next what? Huh? Whoa. Pause?
Sorry.
Nothing.
Raw.
Joe.
Yeah, all right. Okay, all right. Let's go Raw. All right, here we go.
Yeah, we're going Raw, and I am Joe Tessitore.
Or not. You want to start right there? You ready?
New assignments on the commentary table. Opening up Monday Night Raw. Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett. You were expecting to hear Michael Cole But sorry, I got some bad news. Not happening. How do y'all feel about
January 1st?
The new sound?
So I liked it. Joe Tessitore, he's called pretty much everything in sports. So like just hearing his voice makes things seem more important. So I appreciated that. And like I appreciate that you can tell that he's been a fan of this. You're like, oh,
yeah,
he kind of knows what he's talking about. Like, I think he only had one glaring error where he missed the Torpedo Moscow. And just like, oh, he threw the shoulder. I'm like, oh shit. Joe didn't know that was the finisher. But again, that stuff comes with time.
Yep.
Cole's made many an error in his day. But,
like literally last week. It's okay.
But yeah, I was a fan of it. Like, again, Joe just makes things sound important. You're used to him calling the biggest college football games, the biggest college basketball games. He's done boxing. So I liked it. Maybe I'm alone there. I don't know.
May I ask, Wise Man, if you could have any other like super sports voice, and feel free to pass if you don't know, if you're not as well vested. If you have any other big sport voice that would call Raw just for your own entertainment, not saying Joe Tessitore doing a great job, first day on the job. We're not gonna fire you on your day off. Not happening. But if you have any other voice, who would you choose just for your own amusement?
Mike Breen, absolutely. If I could hear that, you just get Cody lining up a crossroads, and then you hear bang from the crossroads, and then it goes into the pit. Oh, I would die of laughter every single time I hear that.
Could you
just
imagine?
hear the bang on every finisher.
Cody Rhodes hitting 3 crossroads in a row. Mike Breen, crossroads, bang! He lifts him up again, bang! One more time, Cody, for the finish, bang!
Wowzers.
Oh, shit. I would love it. I'd love it.
I mean, I'll go a little bit more local. I would enjoy AC Austin Carr doing commentary for Monday Night Raw. Anybody who's ever listened to the Cleveland Cavaliers commentary for that channel, AC Austin Carr, he the one who came, oh, freight train James deep in the queue. And I was like, oh my God, it's so classic. I can't even imagine it would be just too funny. Some of the best things I remember from watching Cavaliers playoff games. I would just, Austin Carr sitting there, oh, hold on now, Wade. It'd be amazing. That or Charles Barkley. The whole cast of Inside the NBA just doing their shtick while all of Monday Night Raw goes on. Be incredible.
Give me some
or
Gus Johnson.
Just doing inside the WWE right afterward.
Oh, that would be money.
That would be incredible.
That would be money.
Book it. I don't know. That Cody Rhodes. That Cody. Get out of here, Chuck. What? What you? Chuck, that damn food, Chuck. Shocking food. Thank you. Thanks for all.
Chuck, now as I try to get us back on track here, Uncle Howdy and his very creepy debut. Kenny, what do you make of the Wyatt Six?
Now if you go, I'm gonna run to the board to show you the Wyatt Six. Be so fun. Tell the straight right. Limp into the thing. He just hit Shaq when Shaq tried to run. He just hit him with a running cutter. Oh, that would be fun. Anywho,
and then inside nowhere you hear bang. Shaq with the Shaq KO.
I love to hear Joe Rogan commentate a WWE match at least once. I would love to.
That might be.
I think we're close. I think we're closer to that than we've ever been in this lifetime. So yeah, I need to hear Joe Rogan commentate WWE.
Whenever they're just like, look, We need to spice it up. I would take that versus just meaningless UFC crossovers. I'm so thankful that they have backed away on that because I was scared. I was like,
when you heard they were doing the show at the UFC Apex, you started getting worried?
No. When they were just introducing random ass UFC fighters that not that many people cared about, I was like, all right now.
Don't do it.
All right now.
Don't do it. Please
Keep
don't
that separated now. Yeah.
Please and thank you.
In segregation.
But speaking of, fights in UFC and not known people and kind of known people, Bronson's not here to kill people. So Drew said, I'll kill a guy today, and proceeded to try to kill CM Punk in, I guess, episode 3 of Bracelet Wars.
Rock Ting?
Is it 3?
Rock Tings.
Rock Ting.
Breaks.
Revenge of the Rock Tings. There we go.
Say the Crusade of the Rock Tings, whatever. Either.
Oh, there we go. Revenge of the Rock Tings.
Rock
The Rock
Ting
Ting
Revenge.
strikes back. But yeah, so CM Punk comes out and says, he gives a pretty babyface promo of, hey, I've moved on, and Gunther, get used to hearing Cults of Personality, which is another one of those hilarious, hey, I'm a wrestler who watches wrestling type things. And as he puts that mic down, Drew says, nah, it ain't over till I say it's over, and proceeds to beat the dog shit out of CM Punk. Take the bracelet off, stuff it in his mouth, pause.
That was crazy.
Whoa.
Rock
Then
King's
Claymore
revenge
him.
for real.
Then Claymore him. And as CM Punk is choking on this bracelet that has been in Drew's trunks and spitting out blood, Drew decides, fuck this bracelet.
There's beads everywhere, Wade.
That was the best call of the night from Joe Chesterton.
No, I thought it was in the same segment when he showed up in the hoodie. Because you know how usually they're like, who is that? Oh my God, there's a guy in a hoodie. Joe Tessitore was just like, that's Drew McIntyre in a hoodie. I was just like, what the fuck?
Right.
That was one of the
That just
funniest
feels
calls.
ominous.
That was the
The
funniest
hell's he
call
doing here
of
in
the
that
night for
hoodie?
me.
Joe not
Yeah,
here for
it's not
these
even
games that
merch.
we've been playing for 30 years. None of this
I know
who's
who that
that.
is.
No, hey, that's Drew McIntyre in a fucking hoodie.
Right. Who's that? It's like when it was Rhea Ripley and the Judgment Day. I seen them thighs, buddy. we know who that is.
Come on.
It's very obvious.
Those
Oh my
thighs
God,
have
who
not
could it
saved my
be?
lives.
It's Jimmy Uso. Like, we know these people.
The hoodie disguise in wrestling is equivalent to the hat and glasses in Marvel.
I just want to make a who's that Pokemon meme. That's Drew McIntyre in a hoodie.
Nope.
It is
It's
like
Jimmy
this.
Uso in a hoodie.
Right. Pokemon.
Oh shit.
Jimmy. No, wouldn't it be crazy if it was the whole silhouette of Drew McIntyre and they pulled the hoodie out and it just became somebody completely different? Oh my God! It's Alexa Bliss! I didn't see this coming! Holy shit, Wade! How did she do it?
How does she get a foot taller
Right?
in 2 seconds and then shrink again?
90 pounds heavier. Oh man, that would be insane. That's how it feels like when people just be saying, "Oh, is that in a damn hoodie?" And then they can't see, like it's just some weird ominous black blob, and then you take it off, and it's
Even though
Clearly
they're always standing right in front of the announce table when it happens.
with their head down and waiting to just do this. Ridiculous. Another one of those ridiculous wrestling tropes that we just allow. It's okay.
Whenever someone
Anyway.
comes to attack him at the top of the entrance ramp, no hoodie. You know exactly who that is. But hoodie right in front of the announce table. They look you dead in the eyes. Who's that in the hoodie? Joe's like, I'm not here for this.
There's a
Joe
joke. that I'm not
Tessitore went to
making.
the KO school of wrestling.
Won't do it.
He's not with any of the wrestling tropes.
Can't fade my ass. I know that's Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
Right there. Wade's like,
Fuck kayfabe.
who could it be? Who was that in that damn hood? Dude, it's Drew McIntyre.
It's Drew. We were
It
with him
says
at
it on the
American Eagle
trunks.
today. We all got the same hoodie.
It
Wade,
says
what are
it
you
on the
talking
trunks.
about?
It's Drew McIntyre has a sword. Can you not see this? I just can't believe whoever the hell it is doing all this stuff. Okay. All right. I fucking losing my mind here. It's first day, and can you do your job? Like, Joe Tessitore's just so stressed. Why is none of the things, like, why are we even doing this? This doesn't make sense. You clearly see his face. Oh my God, that would be the best. Just have Joe Tessitore just straight playing everything. Like all the shit that's in wrestling, the kayfabe things, the things that we just allow. Have him no sell it like hell. That would be the funniest shit ever. People would either cry like we are right now, or be like, burn him at the stake. There's no in between.
I just want to hear Joe Tessitore's like first reaction when like the announce table gets destroyed, and he has to get all his notes together and try to like still do his job.
This is like a $1 billion company. Are we just gonna leave this broken piece of wood here?
Guys, it doesn't make any sense. Why do we not have multiple desks? Clearly, the desk gets broken. Why are we not fixing it? It's a 3-hour show. You just expect us to stand here for 3 hours? Show's been on for 20 minutes. So I just got to stand up with this headset in. My notes all over the damn end table. That guy's bleeding over here. That can't be safe. Bloodborne pathogens. Just sit here for fucking 2 hours and 48 minutes now? Not including commercials. I don't know if I can work in here anymore. This place isn't professional.
Joe Tessitore go crazy. That would be my favorite.
That would be great. That would be great. Random question. Since we've all been to WWE events live, has anyone ever actually seen them rebuild the announce table?
No.
I've definitely been to events where like people have gone through the table midway through the show.
Yeah, they just leave that shit.
No,
he has a vet. Oh,
sometimes they rebuild it.
So I've never seen it. I've seen it. They break it because it's typically not in the beginning of the show either. Let's be honest. When I see it, it happens toward like maybe the end, and usually it's the Spanish announce table. So they're just like,
oh, they used to abuse the Spanish.
Oh
yeah,
the Spanish.
So it's like y'all not getting it rebuilt. He's like, levántate.
I just thought of that. Like I've thought of that, and I was like, because I've gone back and rewatched shows that I've been at, and I was like, damn, they did break that announce table with like an hour to go in the show. It was just respawned essentially.
Interesting. Maybe I never noticed. That's something I will pay attention to in the future, but typically that's like one of the final things. So I'm going to be more cognizant of it in the future. I've seen them change the ring and change the thing. And they've done that plenty of times, or back in the day, they used to change like the things on it before it became like the digital LED lights, kind of like the ballparks and the stadiums have now. So now they don't even have to. They just hit the button. Wings stop.
When they were recording your WWE Superstars matches, and then they had to switch to Raw. Yep. And then they had to switch to 205 Live.
Gin and juice.
No, just something I just thought about. I'm definitely gonna like watch for it at the next WWE show I go to, depending on when the table is broke. Like, when they gonna fix that table? I know my man Joe Tessitore is over there stressed out. I need to know.
Something else I'd be curious if you're watching for. Uncle Howdy live promos? Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but
it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Wasn't good.
Yeah, I don't know. This might be in that weird sense where we were, again, I'm still very much in on the Wyatt Six, right? And Uncle Howdy as a whole. I think this is just one of those things that we'll learn and we'll continue to see evolve, I'm hoping. Because as much as we were talking about last week, how much the in-ring work was different in a positive sense from what things that we've seen in the past from the Bray characters, I think this is one of the things that is not the same, because the way that Bray could just say pretty much raw gibberish, and it was so compelling and like so captivating. I don't know if the Uncle Howdy character has that same command of like things, at least not yet.
It's just Bo as a deliverer of stuff. Like Bray's a legit orator. Like he's up there.
Pastor in a different life.
Yeah,
like a backwater pastor. It was
a pastor of Cape Fear for sure. Like
and
that was part of the issue we had with
this.
Bray. Is like he's such a great orator that you believe everything he says, even though it's nonsense. You can't have him keep losing.
Right.
With Bo was never the great orator. Even when he was like on the top of his game, his promos were just entertaining.
I might have to slightly disagree.
You Bo
because even though, yes, in that Bo leave stage,
Bo Dallas,
the promos were good, but if you're comparing them directly to the basically opposite style of promo he's cutting now,
right?
I mean, yeah, it's apples to oranges. Like it's not the same shit. But also, I think we're looking at his promos too much through a Bray Wyatt lens. Like even the first. No,
yeah, I think it's hard to separate because
it's very hard to separate.
The character, in essence, is not a new character, and it is like both an homage and a continuation, and it like a spiritual successor of
exactly.
Maybe perhaps alter ego of Bray. So it is supposed to be that. So it's not like we're looking. It's not like we comparing Shine to Biggie. This is I don't know. This is literally like, hey, this is more like what was dude's name?
Gorilla Black.
Yep, Gorilla Black. He was like, oh, I am Biggie. I'm going to be. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Now what? And there's
now I star in Tubi movies as the bad guy and all of them.
Oh, for sure. But in my opinion, I don't think it's like such a egregious like posing of such. I think, but just presentation wise, it is supposed to be that. So we can't really separate it. Now, I do completely agree with you, Wise Man, when like the Bo Dallas character was such a like different character. I loved his promos because it wasn't like pained. It was just like toxic positivity, which was so fun. And it was it was such a good gimmick. It was so ahead of his time too. And I was like, what is this dude doing? This is great. Then I was like, I think I'm a believer. I was like, I believe shit. And before I knew it. So I think it's just different. But to say he's not necessarily a natural orator, I don't know if that's proven yet. I think it's just he has to find his own footing with what he's trying to do. Which again,
I'm still thinking he's not the orator that Bray was, where Bray can spew nonsense and you believe it. Bo, I don't think he's the orator of the level where he can spew nonsense and you'd be like, nah, I rock with that.
See, I think he can, but I just don't think he spews it because he's technically spewing it in a Bray style. That's the difference. That's like you can't ask Lil Baby to rap like Tupac. Like that's just not it doesn't fit. So not to say that Lil Baby can't rap, but he just ain't Tupac. Look,
different pod. All right,
I'm trying because again, I'm definitely to get off my lawn. I ain't listening to that shit. But that's what I hear. The kids say that Lil Baby can rap, so I'm going to use him as that.
When he's
that
standing
guy.
next to
But
J. Cole. Other than that,
sure. In that regard, though, I've heard Bo Dallas say some shit. And he get his shit off. But again, when you're in this vein, it might take some time to like get comfortable with it. And we've seen, again, I always give it the stunning Steve and everything else. It takes time to develop. Like John Cena was terrible on the promo because he didn't really know what he was doing. He had to find himself. He knew himself in OVW.
Ruthless aggression.
But OVW, if you watch some of those old promos, he was killing it because he knew the character he was portraying. So I think we got to give Bo enough time to develop exactly what it's supposed to be. And that technically takes again, we look back at shit and we be looking back at the shit that we love. And we don't never look back at the beginning of what we loved. And we're like, because that should be shaky as fuck. It ain't the same of what it eventually came out to. Look at that original Undertaker. Like not even the original Undertaker. That was fine. The purple gloves and all that shit. And the cutoff.
Like Mean Mark Calloway?
No. I'm talking about like the first time you seen the Undertaker in ring.
He still had red hair,
and he just with the circles under his eyes like a zombie.
Pale as shit.
It took time to develop exactly what the Undertaker was.
Like BA without caffeine.
Before you just inserted cold brew intravenously.
Nitro's brother.
Nitro brew brother. I am better.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it.
Nitro brew is a creative control brother.
Right, so it was that type of deal. And again, I'm hoping, and that's why I'm giving it grace, that this is going to take a year's time for them to screw around and tweak it to where it fits where it should. So this is just still the beginning. Again, not the best thing ever. I don't know if I need it like that.
So Uncle
anymore.
Howdy shouldn't be in this match next week, right? The 8-person tag.
Is it an 8-person or is it 6-person intergender or some shit?
No, it's 8-person intergender. All of American Alpha.
I didn't think American Made was everybody. I thought it was just 3 people. Well, I could be wrong.
No, I said everybody.
All right. Everybody.
I think they held off on doing this match because they were waiting for Nikki Cross to sign her new deal, which she did, and she'll be back next week.
Nice.
But yeah, it's supposed to be all of them.
Man, would that have thrown a wrench in the plans if she was like, nah, I'm cool, I'm going to AEW. Like, what? Where's Sister Abigail?
She probably could have got a lot more money out of them if she really wanted to.
Well, Abby the Witch is needed.
I know a guy.
Dub Straussmore negotiating the deals. Anyway,
there it is. But yeah, do you guys think that Uncle Howdy should sit this match out next week? Because I do. I think anybody else sitting it out would be weird.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're putting down. Yeah, everybody else, and he just sitting there in the rocking chair again.
Yeah, because like no one else has the gravitas that Uncle Howdy does over this group, and I think Uncle Howdy sitting this match out would further infuriate Chad Gable if we're going to keep this going any further. So I think that's how they should play it.
How far do we keep this going? If that's
that was going to be my next question.
Well, that depends. I mean, if we're looking to end this pretty soon, then fuck it, have them in the match. But if we're going to draw this out, then keep them away from each other. Like, yeah.
But I guess they already had a match, and Chad lost. He kind of called them out. They could have moved on. But, I mean, because they did what they're supposed to do. They formed American Made. So now it should be like, all right, leave him alone. He got a new family. Let's see how he treats them. And then go to the next thing. But either way, I'm okay with it. I'm allowing it to brew. Because again, I don't know where this goes or how you blow this off. Do Colts just get bored with you? Like last time I checked, Colts just murder people. Like I don't know how to take this. So it's like
we're bored of you now. Here, have some Kool-Aid.
Yeah. What's in this? Arsenic. I mean sugar. Sorry. Glitch. Yeah.
Do the Y6 move on to Judgment Day 3.0?
You said that
I have
before.
no interest in that.
I don't need it.
No interest in that.
But it wouldn't be bad. I think that would be great work for both because they got so many good characters in the Judgment Day that could be fun. And it's like, and you start hearing that music, ding, ding, and he's like, oh no, guys, this is not cool. Like, that's so good. Oh my god, I would enjoy that, but I think the Terror Twins stuff is still they got way too much going on there. I don't know when that ends.
So then
they wrapping Jey Uso in it now
for quite some time now.
Because technically they're trying to tear it apart. I don't know. Again, I don't know where this is going to go. So I think they're occupied for at least the next like 2 months. So yeah.
I gotta watch this for 8 more Raws. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Which part? Terror Twins versus?
Yeah, the whole that needs to end as well. 8 more Raw. Yeah, 8 weeks. I'm good.
Okay, so we're here now.
This is interesting.
I'm gonna say something that's a little controversial. I've been known to do so from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
I am seeing the beginning of the thing that I do not like, which is I just don't think, even though I love everything, but I don't. It's just like I feel that it just makes me feel like I don't like this. It kind of cringes me. The baby face Rhea is too baby face. Maybe I'm tripping, but I don't like her leaning into certain things. They want to have her talk like just way too much, which also drives me crazy. I think it's going to be hard to gauge the response because the crowd will technically not pick up on that for a minute. But I'm just very sensitive to like, I don't know if we need this because it's not cool, but it's popular, if that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. So
I wouldn't
it's okay.
say you're crazy.
I think they did better this week than they did last. Because last week we had the complaint that, or whenever this started, that she talked a little too much. The promo was a little too heavy. I thought they cut her back just enough on this one, where she was just kind of in the ring with Dom, and then it looked like somebody missed her cue when Dom was like, "Oh, anytime, any place," and they just kind of stood there for a second.
Yeah,
I don't know if Liv was like late jumping the barricade or what, but
smack in the face, backhand.
But they gave her just enough of like, shut up before, I give you another black eye and stuff like that.
Yes.
And then she had the thing later on in the night where she was like super giddy about like Jey Uso being the tag partner.
That's what I'm talking about. I didn't like that is specifically what I'm talking about. Because it just...
You like her choosing?
I mean, hey.
That's not no babyface shit. That's she trying to get broken off type shit. That ain't got nothing to do with being a babyface.
I mean, it kind of does though, because in the law of
chicks heel. No, I
do. and in the laws of the world, when you can choose up either way, but how you choose up, the way she's just like, Pete. I was like, oh, I don't like this. It's a little too on the nose. I know that's a cool thing, but I was like, I don't like that. Like, just a little, pull it back a little bit more and stay like tweener. I think that's just her character, where her character needs to live, because that's when it's its best. It feels like they are leaning a little bit too much into, like, at times, again, I love the character. I love the work that she's done, but I'm just always very fearful because a lot of times, again, you got so popular that people want to cheer for you, but don't stop doing what you're doing. This is something that Seth Rollins had to learn over a long storied career, which, again, what the fuck do I know? But he had an incredible career, but still the knock on him was like,
you're talking baby like face
work.
Bronson didn't actually kill Seth.
Huh?
So you talking like Seth's career is over? Bronson didn't actually kill him either.
No, I meant prior to him figuring things out with being, he's just the same guy. He's an asshole either way, but you cheer for him or you boo for him, but it's still the same like Joker Seth. I think that's where Rhea needs to live, because we've seen her baby face before, and it's not like my favorite. And that's what I said. I don't want them to lean too much, the character too much into these things. Like Seth is still just kind of mercurial either way. He just dancing and shit. Regardless, heel or face, that nigga just popping up and jazz hands and doing shit. Great. I want Rhea to stay like when he said, you know, when of course Damian Priest says this or that, and she says, well, you already know what he says, because mommy always comes out on top. Boom. Get out of there. That's gold. You don't have to lean into it's just minor things. Again, I'm probably being nitpicky, but I just see the beginning of like, all right, don't blow this by getting too babyface, because that's, again, what makes things corny.
So I see, I after full explanation, I see what you're saying. But I think it's a deeper issue of they don't know how to like write women characters that aren't either one or the other. Like, it's a bigger issue here.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna be a babyface women's character, you can't be smarmy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The only characters they really know how to like really write well.
Yeah.
Are the white ones.
Yeah.
Which is why Rock has his own writer.
Had so much practice. It's like we've had so many of them. You could be anything at this point. We don't even know, because you're just default. So now you can be good or bad or evil or swarmy or blah blah blah. It's like,
yeah, until they see it done the right way in other ways.
Are you smiling? Are you angry? What are you? You're the New Day. I don't get it. I don't get it. Explain. So you're not like hip hop dancing, but you're literally women. So are you like the sex pot? No. So are you like
evil and vindictive?
Yeah. Are you like bitchy? No. So are you like happy and like cheering?
Ditzy? Like,
I don't get it. Explain this character
doesn't
again.
compute. Doesn't
no gray area here.
You should probably lean over into one of these three. Like, choose your character. Ditzy.
Ding, ding, ding.
Sex pot.
Choose your archetype here.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's kind of that issue.
Right there.
It's that thing of like, I didn't know black people could be president until one was, and you were like, oh, we can do that too. I think you're gonna see that until they figure it out, and Rhea might be the perfect person for them to figure it out with. Of like, hey, she can just be herself. She can still be kind of an asshole and kind of smarmy, kind of suggestive, but be face.
Yeah, and I think she's done a really good job so far. But I've just noticed some of the missteps that they made, because I liked the heel character so much that I was like, I'm watching like where they go next, and I'm very cautious. I think on the other end, I think Damian Priest had figured it out pretty early on, and he had more time to like slowly transition as he was on TV every week, kind of distancing himself from the Judgment Day. So he was becoming, and I watched his interview with Chris Van Fleet. He was doing the things already where he had learned from his missteps and like, okay, yeah, I should just be more me. And I can be more me this way or that way.
And then being told you got to go work Fort Wayne, Indiana house show, and you can't do it.
Right. You know, Wakanda forever. Wakanda? What kind of movie is this? That's what I say. Where's my egg?
Because God knows Vince has seen no Marvel movie.
Especially not the ones with so much blackness in it. That ain't the one he went to go see. What the kids want to go see?
Knowing that
Captain
Vince
America's
like,
first
doesn't
Avenger.
watch movies, It makes you wonder, like, why more people didn't get over by just suggesting what the new hot movie was to Vince. Like,
Wait.
I would do that shit all the time.
Wait, so, you carry a hammer and you have lightning powers? Oh, this gold. Yeah.
Okay.
I would have been in
never seen
Vince's
Thor. Got
office
it.
pitching John Wick so heavy.
As a wrestling character?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
100%.
You wear a suit and you're a old style assassin. Okay. Tell me more. And you're constantly beat up and you're limping and you're wearing all the bruises of your matches beforehand. I like this. It's never been anything like this. Ever.
Cody Rhodes.
I'm gonna print money. Yeah.
Never happened before, Vince. Never.
He's
Never.
never seen movies. The last movie he's seen was the one he wrote, No Holds Barred. So that's it. Everything since 89 flies.
Blank. Yeah.
Anything successful.
Wait a second. So you are a rich child. And you have a butler. And all your friends don't want to play with you because you're so rich. And your name is actually Richie Rich. I like it. It's like the kid Ted DiBiase. Yes.
Yes, Vince.
Oh, shit.
I love it.
There it is. All right.
Any more pitches for Vince?
No, I have none. I'm in
So-
Vince pitches.
This start is crazy. All right. Moving on. NXT, shall we? We got two things to talk about.
NXT. No Mercy. Hell of a show. Hell
Loved it.
of a show. E-Ray, where do you want to start with No Mercy? Jada Parker? Okay. Yeah, we can start there.
Yeah, we can jump around with this one because actually, I think my matches are probably in reverse order, like the ones I like the most and least and stuff like that, or of sorts. But yeah, we can start with Jada Parker and Roxanne.
Star-making performance for Jada Parker?
I don't know if I watched the same matches you watched.
I like Jada
Star-
Parker. That's
Yeah.
not star
I
making.
think Dub was just
You was a
horny
little into
jail.
the shit
Bonk.
there, yeah.
Relax, buddy.
I mean, I was going to give Roxanne all the credit for making Jada into a star because Roxanne was obviously leading the match, but Jada looked
pretty good. But I will say this and then we can go there from here. This was a solid match. I still think all the limitations that come with Jada Parker thus far are still present. But again, her character work is so good that I'm with it, and I'm willing to learn and grow with the character, because that's the thing in WWE. It ain't always about the wrestler. As we talk about week in and week out, there are certain characters that are phenomenal characters and we don't even remember their matches. So it's like, hey, if you got that character shit down and you just don't break people off in the ring and murder them on accident, you can have a very long, very lucrative career. So I'm hoping that she just selfishly, I'm hoping that she continues to progress and doesn't stop wanting to be better just because the character's there. That's yet to be seen, but the character work is A1. And I think honestly, her character work is right up there with Roxanne, who's been doing it, who is the champion, who's just now kind of finding herself. Like Jada Parker, she's that. I was like, I love this character. So again, match was solid. I think they didn't have bad chemistry at all. It was a very minimal clunky things. I think her and Mia Yim's match was actually better though. I will say that match was still like probably Jada Parker's best match.
For sure. What you call it? The hardcore match?
The hip check of death.
Oh yeah. Well, that was her and Mia's like third time working together too.
These are facts.
Yeah. So like
facts are facts.
For her and Roxanne, for that being their first go round, like it looked pretty good. And
I
think if Jada like spends more of her VC on expanding her moveset a little bit better,
that's what it is. And she put it all on outfit and
Hypnotic
promo.
Yeah.
Oh,
outfit Hypnotic. And promo, because the outfits they won. You got me. It's just we need a couple more. We need her to get some of Ridge is maxed out now. He gets no more VCs. So you got to spill over. You got to start over and start building your woman character, and that's Jada Parker. Wise man.
So Sean was up there with the controller and just maxed out all his VC on Ridge and his moveset. He was like, all right.
Yeah. Then when he started the woman, he was like, let's give her some cool pants, give some fishnets. Like, all right.
He was looking at King Magazine while designing Jada Parker and create a wrestler.
Where's the thickness setting? Yeah. Just max that shit.
Oh shit! I'm almost out of credits. What's your finisher gonna be? She just gonna throw
on a scale of bone to oatmeal. You all, yeah.
Cold oatmeal. And I would say question, because we do know No Mercy is the last pay-per-view that or PLE that NXT will have being a USA product. Do we think there's going to be a title change coming soon from Roxanne, being that they're moving to CW and they got to shake shit up? Or they got to enter with a splash?
I would.
Why not?
Because I don't think it's time to put that main title back on Trick, because Ego's just too good all the way around. And outside of like helping other women get better, I don't know what else there is for Roxanne to do on NXT. And you put that belt on Julia, and Julia can have an Asuka type run where she doesn't really need to talk that much, but like she can just go, and you can have the talking of that women's division carried by the other talkers in there, the Lash Legends, the Jada Parkers, everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's time for Roxanne to go up, and I think that's how you make a splash. I wouldn't be mad if they didn't do it, but I wouldn't put Julie on there to lose her first match. But yeah,
that is also true. Yeah,
fair.
Very fair.
You talking about Julie is one of the most decorated women's wrestlers in the world, and they moved heaven and earth to get her over here.
I mean, so was the original final boss before Vane slapped Rock. Rocky took her title, and Roxanne put it to her. So I mean, I don't know. Who knows? But I think you guys might be right, because it's not happening at a PLE. It's happening on the CW. She said, "Hey," but Roxanne and Jada, I think they're done for now. So there won't be a part 3 or a 2.
Good. Yeah.
So, which leads me to the next match of discussion. Probably my least favorite match of the evening. Wendy Chu and Kaylani Jordan. Now, they have worked multiple times.
Is this a Wendy Chu thing, or is this a Kehlani Jordan thing?
Both.
I think it's somewhere in the middle.
Both.
I've seen Kalani Jordan work well because she's so athletic with other women. I don't necessarily understand the Wendy Chu character, which is already it's like
already
whatever.
a head scratcher. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like weird, but not in a good way. Like it had potential, but like what? We got to evolve this somehow. It's just you kind of doing weird makeup and side and things like I don't know why you're doing anything, or it doesn't even like there's no weird, interesting progression. Again, I compare it to Tatum Paxley, which I've been like, I'm very high on now and surprised only because of how they've told her story and the things she's done in ring. Like those two together are working hand in hand. Wendy Chu, on the other hand, the good Chu was like a great character. I enjoyed it. It was like, oh, she's sleepy. She does this. She does that. Evil Wendy Chu. Why are you evil? Why are you mad? Why are you upset? What's your point? I don't get it. And then in the ring, the stuff doesn't land either. So it's just like it's kind of slow, marauding, but it's not really a showcase for what Kalani Jordan can do either. So I think though it just wasn't a good mix. It wasn't good chemistry for me. It was kind of really slow, really marauding, and I was like, okay. I didn't expect Wendy Chu to win. And I was like, okay. And then Dub was still trying to tell me about this Parsley girl or whatever the hell her name is. I don't care.
Rosemary?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
You said parsley. Oh, Jesus.
I gave
Mrs.
up
Dash,
on
cayenne, cumin. Still trying to tell me about some cumin. Nigga, I don't care about that. I ain't no guac. Talking about.
But yeah, no. So Wendy Chu developed this whole style around being sleepy, almost this like drunken master type of thing where she would
It was cool.
fall into covers and like things like that. And it doesn't work as a direct heel of I'm doing evil things now. But bitch, you were just sleepy. And then and Kalani Jordan does this thing, and I will say it till I'm blue in the fucking face. She does flips for the sake of doing flips sometimes.
Oh yeah.
She did that spot where she did the backflip into the ropes and then just kind of turned around after the backflip. And you're like, what the point was the fucking backflip for? Stop flipping just to flip.
All right,
Like-
FTR Dub. No flips.
No,
Just kicks.
Do your flips, but they
Damn
need
it.
to have purpose. Like if I was Sean, I would have sit Kalani Jordan down with Trey Miguel and you watch all of his fucking matches. Every flip he does has purpose. Everything he does has purpose. Like his yards are literally all purpose. Be like
She's
that.
dating Carmelo Hayes, bro. Like, I don't know how much more influence you need than that.
Well, but Melo isn't like a flippy guy the way Kaylani is a flippy girl.
So maybe she
Melo's a tactician in the ring. To me, Melo's more similar to Johnny than he is to Trey. Trey has a very lucha, acrobatic style that lends itself to Kaylani's gymnastics background. But again, there's no wasted motion with him. With her, she does things that show off her athleticism and her gymnastics background, but it looks like wasted motion a lot. And when you pair it with somebody who, again, is trying to refine themselves in this new character who's slow and prodding, get a 2-star match.
These are facts. And I think you're right. I think she has the athleticism, but hasn't necessarily figured out ring psychology. Mm-hmm. And they're like, okay, you can do these things, but do they make sense? And then when you're creating these spots, not just to showcase, a flip in the ring, do a cartwheel or back handspring, whatever. Do it, but then maybe do it and miss the move or something like that, or do it and then get swept up, like the Ricochet thing. Ricochet was really good at showing off his athleticism, at being vulnerable. This athleticism led to me getting kicked in the face. And using that type of athletic, because that's stuff that people can't do. Everybody's like, oh my God, it's that's just as much Ricochet as it is Adam Cole.
Right.
And more so because you got to lay out for him to be able to do this. So I think if Kalani Jordan figures that stuff out, we can get a lot more fun out of her matches. And again, this is probably just the wrong opponent. I think you would have had is better matchup is, and again, I didn't like this pairing either, but Wendy Chu versus Chalola Spice. I thought that was better because their styles are more conducive. I think Kaylani and Tatum Paxley, it's a better match. I think I don't know. I think Kaylani and wasn't have like an incredible match, but that's I give a lot to Sol Ruka because she just can do things, and it's like, oh, she's fire. She just gets it, and like the way she, again, their setups and a lot of that stuff, she can showcase it well. I think Kalani's still learning, and that's fine. Again, I'm not shitting on the match. I'm just saying that these were my least two favorite matches probably, but I get why. There's like, here's a solid hand and somebody who's still kind of learning. And that's okay. I would say I actually talked about that, which I really enjoyed No Mercy, but I was like, these two things are glaringly not as good, but this is the reason why. I get it. So instead of stacking it, they're giving people chances to get some of that spotlight and get used to it. So again, didn't love it, but I'm not like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. They keep doing this. Like, yeah, it's okay. Growing pains.
All right. How'd you feel about Ridge turning on Chase U? Did it pull your heartstrings? Did you shed a tear? Wise man didn't.
It was gonna happen eventually. I mean,
Ridge going Ridge.
Yeah, that dude's an angry ass rugby player that got banned from the goddamn league for violence. You thought he was gonna fucking stay in a school the whole time? Nah, bro. Finna get expelled for whooping somebody's ass, which is exactly what happened. Hit that transfer portal, buddy.
What did you say?
That's crazy. Man.
Portal, buddy.
Wowzer. That was a lot. I, on the other hand, was very shocked. I was like, they got me. They pulled one over on me. See, your dislike of the E makes you less susceptible to the markism that just shoots out. I was marked out. So I was like, oh man, I've been the number 2 or 3 like down with the Ridge. And as they went through the journey and they built them up, I was like, okay, this
2
is
or
kind of
3.
working.
Wait, who was number 1?
Definitely BA, and then you, easily. But
what?
Be that as
Oh, you were definitely number 2.
Probably, but that's okay. Another show, another story. We don't even have to mention that, you know. Just protecting my bases here. Like, at least give him one other person to go after to murder before he comes to me. Because he's hit that transfer portal. It'd be like a real portal. He just walk into the background. Oh shit, Rich, no. Use some of that VC on my spine. Wow. But yeah, I went on a journey with them, and I was like, oh man, they starting to trust them, and then they trusted them, and then everything worked out, and they had this heartfelt moment. That was dope. That actually was like really cool to see. And then during this match was incredible. This is my match of the night. I was like, this shit going crazy.
Is Fraxium a top 10 tag team?
Of what?
Oh yeah, preference, please.
Yeah, I was like, you gotta.
Like currently, like active right now.
Of
Yes.
the big, currently active
Yes.
right now of the big 3 promotions.
Yeah, I could say that.
I wouldn't say of all time. What the fuck? No.
Okay.
I didn't know where you were going with that. Okay,
That's all I'm trying to
have
figure. Like, hey, finish your sentence. Of the big 3 promotions right now, considering that technically the main roster of WWE doesn't really have tag teams or doesn't believe in like real tag teams, and yeah, easily. So that works. But I didn't expect them to win the belts back, so that was even more of a shock, and especially because of all the like real fucking wrestling that Ridge was doing, this nigga was letting it go. I was like, holy shit.
Like I said in the group chat, I'm like, yeah, he used all his VC on moves. I'm like, I've
as
never
soon as you
seen
said it, when I watched it, I was like, oh, I see what he's saying. He was like fucking shoulder breakers and shoulder. This shit is going nuts.
I was like,
all the false finishes, shit was lit. So
like, Rich
I
2023
assumed
didn't know how to do that. What's going on here?
at all. He spent it up right before this match. I've done that before. I've been playing WWE 2K something, like 2K15, and they're like, shit, I got my title match. All the points that I need. I was like, oh, I'm getting some new shit now and some new gear. and look, that's what he did. So I was fully expecting him to win, and then maybe Riley Osborne and Duke to start getting jealous, and then that start to fraction the group. Not him just being like, damn, we lost. All right, I'm beating ass. Did not expect that.
Suck. Yeah.
And just going on a fucking tear. And I was like, oh shit. Well,
I love it.
We're there.
I love it.
And I did love it. So it broke my heart a little bit, but it was fun. Like, oh yeah, I like this. And I was like, oh shit, is he about to like abuse Thea? Like, I didn't know what was happening. Like, this feels
I really thought
wrong.
she might catch it. I was like,
I thought she was gonna catch it right. I'm
like
not
a
even
backhand.
gonna lie.
Kablow!
Something.
I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, they moving to CW. Where the Winchesters at? They gotta shoot this nigga. He must be possessed.
Got a fucking big show.
Sam shoot him with some rock salt in the chest, like something. I don't know. He possessed by some
Riz just
spirit
absorbed that
ghost.
shit. I mean, I didn't think the turn was coming because Andre Chase walked out there in the chili red Jordan 9s. I was like, oh, you can't lose wearing those. And you can't just get your ass beat wearing those. Them is
He
too fire.
proceeded to do both.
Yeah, right? I was like, oh, that's right.
But
Chase, you was
again,
here to
with
take
all
out.
Fraxium, that was a good ass match. That match was crazy. I was like, y'all open with this heat? That was some fucking heat. That shit was incredible. I really, really liked that match. I was hyped.
Speaking of Fraxium, now we're getting ready to get Fraxium versus the Rascals.
Never
That'll be
slow
a banger.
down. was fucking flash music. I am Barry Allen, known as Fraxium. Like,
Yeah,
that shit is gonna be.
Gonna be insane.
I'm gonna hold my thoughts because I was like, it could be, but I don't know. I'm living in the moment. Chase U versus Fraxium was incredible. So we'll see. That's where it's gonna be my measuring stick.
Wes Lee versus Zach Wentz was incredible.
That was my second favorite match of the night, but it could not top Fraxium. Just saying. But some more VC was used.
Yeah,
I seen it.
very much so.
I was like, hey, Wentz couldn't do this before. Like, where
UFO
you get these new moves
Cutter? What is this?
And he bought a belt before he came. I was like, what is this?
Oh no,
Just-
he won the X Division title Friday night at TNA
Yeah.
Emergence.
Spent the VC.
Good match. Good match.
I didn't watch it, but I heard it was a good match.
Yeah. Again, this TNA pay-per-views being on Friday nights
Who
really
did
fucks
he beat?
me up.
Rosemary? Parsley?
Shut
What?
up.
PCO.
I forget.
Oh, I've heard that guy.
He beat Headphone Man. What's his name? Fuck. Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander
No.
has a title match with Dolph
What is
Ziggler
it?
coming up.
Squid Ink. What is the Squid Ink guy?
Squid Ink?
Jordan
What
Grace's
are we
husband.
talking about? Yeah, okay.
Joshua Gresham. Yeah.
Joshua Gresham.
Oh,
You didn't know.
Squid guy. You said Squid
Yeah.
Ink. I'm sorry, I went.
No,
there.
that's his new thing on TNA. Like, he legit spits out squid ink and, like, poisons his opponents with it. He comes to school wearing,
He
not school,
beat
he comes
Gresham?
to the ring wearing, like, a mask of Davy Jones.
Yeah, oh no,
And-
I know that. That was hard. But I didn't know about the Squid Ink.
Oh, no,
He
he
beat
spray
him?
painted it black now. It's black
That's
now.
hard.
Now he's, like, the evil squid.
Oh, he's the scape squid. Got it.
Yeah.
He's gonna make his own
like
title.
Squid.
And his finisher is like
He
a
gonna make
mandible
his own
claw.
title.
He'll give you the mandible claw, and then next thing you know, you'll be spitting up like black ink.
That's dope.
And then like in one match, he just looked at a ref for like 5 seconds, and the ref started spitting up black ink. Yeah,
I love it.
He's got voodoo ink powers now. Crazy.
But Wentz beat him.
No, Wentz.
Oh, no, I was just naming off random
okay.
wrestlers.
I was about to say, oh shit.
Wentz beat
a wrap.
Speedball Mike Bailey, Hammerstone, Jason Hotch, Laredo Kid, and Riley Osborne was in that match too.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say I knew it was a multiple man match. Match.
I've seen half those guys on the indies. That's crazy.
Yes, we literally seen Hammerstone get thrown into a Who Are section. That was the thing. Anywho, that match, Wesley. Is anyone surprised that Wesley took that L? I was.
No. Well,
okay.
Once Zach Wentz walked in with that belt, I was like, he's winning. So like,
did you pick him in the picks?
No, because we recorded on Wednesday, and then Zach Wentz won that belt on Friday. Once I saw Zach Wentz win that belt, I said, "Oh, he's not losing to Wes Lee." Like TNA is giving a lot of grace to letting their champions lose on WWE television.
Yeah. That's what I was happy for him. That's what I was happy for. I was like, "Oh, nice! He got the dub on Wes Lee 1, 2, 3." I'm like, that was nice. I appreciated that because that that feeling of like predictability. Oh, I hope so.
I think they're going to run that back specifically for that X Division title at Bound for Glory, which me and BA will be attending.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yes.
That's hard. That's all. That's good. That's good shit. I'm excited about that. Take some pictures. Yeah, really enjoyed this match. I like the Trey Miguel interference. I love just unhinged Wesley, and then Wentz using all that VC. Like, look, I'm about to give you hands. I've been waiting to beat your ass, and he proceeded to do so. And the UFO cutter.
That shit look beautiful.
What is? Oh, it's on. That was fire. It was fire. Wesley still has just like infinite aura though. He just has it. Something about that guy. He just comes out and is just effortlessly cool. It's like, oh man, this guy's cool.
Yeah,
fucking good. I don't know.
Even when he's betraying his friends and kicking them in the nuts,
especially when he's betraying his friends. Cool. Who needs friends? That's cool. Throw the dub. That's it. That's it. West Side. Love it.
E-Ray KO in the building.
Yeah. Look at it.
I've been meaning to ask you specifically about this North American title match because you were not in at all on Tony D having any shot against the ruler Obafemi, and I thought this match was pretty good. I thought those two worked pretty well together.
I didn't buy it. I was like, ugh. Tony Danza's not doing it for me.
And I think that's just because you like the family, honestly, that you thought this match was good. As someone who doesn't necessarily give any shits about the family, it was pretty mid.
Table for two. I'm right there with you.
It was mid. It wasn't a bad match.
No.
But it damn sure wasn't a good match.
What did you like about it? How about that?
I just thought their styles matched well together.
We get it. We get you.
Yeah,
we get it.
Yep. Penalty box.
They played the good. They played the good powerhouse on powerhouse, type archetype well in the match. Mm-hmm. It was. I can't say it's believable because I don't believe Don taking out Obafemi, but
at all.
The wrestling was
hard.
there. I wasn't invested at all in the story of it or the believability of it. It took away from all of that shit.
I feel like legitimately the same way. Like I want to like this because I really like Obafemi, and I did enjoy his entrance, and I enjoyed a few of the spots of just tossing Tony D's ass. But every time Tony D did something that like took Oba off his feet, I was like, ugh. I'm like, oh brother. Like it was a natural reaction.
They're really trying to get this over. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And it's like it's a natural, just
wrestler.
This is the WWE.
All
Wrestling
American.
is not the most important thing in the product.
at all.
Okay?
Especially not
At
your
all.
wrestling prowess. Like if that's the case, then we should just watch Tavion Heights just come in there and start wrecking Obafemi. Is it going to happen? No. If it
Gable
did,
Stevenson should suplex Cody through the fucking
Thank
ring.
you.
Like,
But if Gable Stevenson did that, you'd be like, that's believable. Olympic wrestler.
Cody, yes. Oba fucking Femi, no.
no.
Still believable.
No,
Look.
it is not. Not for WWE.
If
Now,
you-
if you go line them up, you know, in some collegiate shit in gold medal wrestling freestyle, sure. If I saw Tony D drive Obafemi 3 feet through a mat, that's believable. But if you line them up to where the gold medalist, you know, Olympic wrestler is an Italian mobster, the believability is gone. I mean, he's not a gold medalist at that point. He's the Italian mobster who
You can't
launders
kill
money through
people
his
and be good
Italian
at college
restaurant
wrestling
serving
too?
niggas spaghetti and meatballs.
I mean,
It's not the same shit.
this
It's not.
Racist.
is
That's
facts. This is facts.
You can't be a college athlete and kill people too. Aaron Hernandez did.
You absolutely can, except for we're going to believe the story that you're presenting to us. And he's not presented as collegiate wrestler guy. He's presented to us as the mob boss, Stromboli Jones. I don't understand why I got to watch this after I just seen him lose to other people that were not the guy.
Didn't he just lose a Heritage Cup?
Yeah.
Just did.
And now you finna tell me he finna go beat Obafemi?
But like power for power. No. It's just no, Dub. It's a no. It's gonna be hey. It's gonna be a no for me, Dub. Like I don't know what else to tell you. Sorry. 2 against 1. You've been outvoted. You trying to get Tony D over in the family just because you want some of that some of that Rizzo. You're like, ooh.
Trying to get inside of Rizzo Stromboli there, buddy? Is that, is that what we're trying to do?
Can we talk
You
about
want
how
some of that,
Obafemi told Rizzo to
that
shut
Italian
the fuck
cream.
up?
Delicious. What'd you say?
Trying to fill her cannoli, bud? Yeah.
I said, can we
All
talk
right.
about how Obafemi told Rizzo to shut the fuck up on Tuesday? I thought that was pretty interesting.
He said in some cultures, women are not to be heard. And I was like, yo, what?
Yeah, I was like, this what we doing?
That was better than what Tony D's response was. We don't talk to him. Yes, you do. You're fucking lying. I know
You beat
mad
them.
Italians.
What are you talking about?
I was like,
Wait, but how
I know
about
what you do.
how about Tony D saying, "No, Luca, you look ready to defend your girl. I'm gonna have Stax take this L." Stax was
Yeah.
like,
Okay,
you
boss.
can hear the trembling in his voice. Okay, boss.
Okay.
Yes. It
Sound
was,
sound like a henchman that got to go fight the bat. Okay.
okay, bats. I know you're in there.
It's trembling everywhere.
Did you hear that music?
Where are you?
Here.
I just want to put this on wax right now. When Stax turned on Tony D'Angelo,
Is
that
so
is your
deserved.
moment right there.
Absolutely. It's for this moment.
That is your point horizon right there. This is when it happened.
Yeah. Either way, I want them to be done with each other. Why are they still even having I just beat you? There's no reason for them to have any more conversation. I didn't need Stax to get demolished, which he did. I enjoyed it. But I'm like, ugh, that means they're trying to keep this going. I don't want no more.
You gotta remember, Oba kept it going. Because Oba went up to them. It was like, I know you're surprised your boss lost to the ruler. And then Rizzo got to talking. And Oba was like, you let your women speak?
They talk in your culture?
I couldn't believe they actually said that. I was like, oh, Shawn Michaels going crazy with the pen.
I love it. Speaking of things to love, Joe Hendry
Say his
versus
name, he appears. What a guy. What a guy.
Joe Hendry versus my namesake, All Ego, Ethan Page, with special
Everyone was
guest
so
referee Trick Willie.
Good man. Very, very.
It was good. Yeah.
Nothing to write home about. Fun.
Fun. Yes.
Sports entertaining. I
They
think
called it right down the middle. As all babyface referees do.
Did he though?
To the very end, he didn't want to count that 1, 2, 3.
No, before that, rewind. He absolutely stopped the pin from happening. You can't call it down the middle if you just like. I mean, technically,
Oh yeah,
he called it down the middle, but he also did stop a ref.
Okay, I forgot about that part.
I'm like, what a hold up. You've been
that is true.
relieved of duty technically. If you're out of it and somebody else got brought in, you can't stop them. Like that's dirty or bias at least. Bias. I won't call it dirty. I'll call it bias.
Definitely bias.
That's better.
Decision. Wow.
Referee's discretion. But if it's two refs,
The one with the bigger muscles. I don't make the rules.
The one who can beat the other's ass. That's
I
what
was-
makes the
That's
final
usually
call.
who's in charge.
technically it would be the one that strikes first because refs typically have a power level of like -3. So they stub their toe and they be out for 6 weeks.
You saw Trick figured that out. He took one bump and was like, "Why am I so hurt?"
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be the
Stripes,
shirt.
do something. Yeah.
The stripes are sapping my powers. Like,
My six pack
how it
is
works.
disappearing.
oh,
I think Lash is about to leave me.
that's crazy.
Jesus.
Joe Hendry main eventing No Mercy. Finesse Lord Supreme. This guy is, again, the legend continues. He's undeniable at this point.
He's on TNA. He's on
understandable.
NXT. He can take any indie bookings he wants. Come
And train at the PC.
and train at the
yeah.
PC.
Full time. I
That's
think
crazy.
I seriously think he will have some type of interaction with his idol, the final boss. Him and The Rock are going to do something in the next like 2 years. I can feel it. It's scary, but he's just like manifesting his whole life, and it's impressive. Like, I've never seen something so like,
Inspiring.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's what I said. I really enjoyed hearing like his story, and I'm like, wait, what? He was just doing shit. It's like, man, there's just like line on the application and nailing the interview, and then like actually doing pretty good work and being like, all right, well, before I have to really learn all this shit, I'm just gonna be the boss of the guy that does this shit. Like, what? Continues to do it. So he's
build's
finessing
crazy.
his way all throughout sports entertainment. All Ego remains the champion.
Ego.
And now Trick to Ego's glee is very occupied with Peter Dune. Figure it out.
Can we give a shout out to Peter Dunn because he's been clocking in overtime just to be a hater.
Hey,
He wasn't booked on 2 separate shows and decided I'm gonna show up and be a hater.
I'm gonna hate on 2 niggas
2
One
different
mic.
people.
by myself.
Come on. He's got to be getting into the top 5 of just being a hater. Trick had just gone through this thing and he had to hand the title back to his enemy, and he was upset about that. And Pete Dunne was like, "Fuck that, hand." Then we turn on Tuesday, hands. They have 4 segments of just giving each other hands. Trick's like, yeah, P going to figure it out because I'm ready and willing. Oh, I'm ready right now too.
They fought beautiful. So much that Ava just look. I can't deal with this shit no more. I'm busy. Go to the ring and figure it out. And then they did. I was like, just great. I'm loving it. It's so intense. This shit just went on wax. Fucking Trick Willie dropped a diss track on Peter Butch Dunn. It's not bad either.
It wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad either.
Got all those NXT friends
very much like
up.
Nelly 05.
Oh Jesus!
But I
damn #1.
But I enjoyed it. I was like, this is actually pretty entertaining. And then people just dance, fake Butches, fake Peter Dunns dancing and shit. I was like, this is a good diss track. This is funny.
Had Lash and Jakara in it. Tony D was in it.
He
Julius Creed
cheeks.
showed up in a bulletproof vest for some reason.
I mean, for obvious reasons. We know her. Just saying.
Julius Creed's one of them ones, man. When they decide to just let him have a peek at singles run and don't give him a scripted promo,
Next John Cena.
To the moon.
Next John Cena. Ruthless aggression, my ass. He hustle, loyalty, respect. Like, whoa, this guy. Gotta watch him.
Yeah, to the
he
moon.
uses a certain word. It's not an addiction. I say it with my DMX rhymes. I'm sorry. So that was I don't think we really have time to go over NXT for real, but that was No Mercy. No Mercy was really good in my opinion. I enjoyed it a lot. The spillover, I think they were cooking a lot with this NXT show because they're going out of the USA era with a bang. So they have booked top heavy. They started with Jordan Grace saying, hey, I just got the permission from Ava Rain that I am going to defend my championship, Knockouts championship against whoever, an open challenge on NXT television next week. I was like, oh shit, that's kind of fire. And then next week we got, what was the next thing? Duke Hudson or somebody versus
Duke versus Ridge Holland.
Yeah, Ridge is like, I'm gonna dismantle all of you niggas because I gave y'all the New Jerseys. I opened up this gym. You wasn't with me shooting in this gym. I was like, all right, next week. There we go.
We got Peter Dune versus Trick Williams, last man standing match for the #1 contendership to All Egos NXT title.
Next week.
Probably going to have a
Oh, you did?
Oh.
I pressed the wrong button. I'm so sorry! Bitch.
It's because we went over our limit. Yeah. It's a long pod.
But okay. For sure, we also need to recognize that our boy Bouncy Javon Evans has a Heritage Cup match next week as well. They are top loading this fucking card, so it's gonna be special. I'm excited. And then I think it's the week after that they premiere on CW.
CW, yeah.
I could be wrong, but yeah. So things are happening, and then they got CW to end the things. Shit, they did Jada Parker
versus
Jasmine Nix. Who booked that? What sick mother?
Me.
I mean,
me.
That was a match. That should have been No Mercy.
They gave me HBK's number, and I just text him. I said, I just need one match.
Nix Parker, brother. That's it.
That's it.
Nix Parker, brother. That's it. That's all you said. And he was like, "Let him." Fantastic. I get it. I was thoroughly pleased. And then if that wasn't enough, we had the debut of Julia. And then she said, "You, me, CW." And Roxanne said, "Bet." I'm like, man, NXT is fun. Best shit on television.
And on the premiere of the CW edition of NXT, we get one Philip CM Punk Brooks.
That's right. And is he gonna announce Cora Jay's return? Is she gonna take her gimmick back from Roxanne Perez?
That would be great.
You owe me this.
Shut
up. I am you. Just absorb her body.
Let me ask you guys this question. On the first 2 weeks of the CW NXT, would you prefer to see Joe Hendry have an interaction with CM Punk or Randall Keith Orton? I need to know.
Is both an option?
Absolutely.
I mean, both or neither. Because I don't really need it. I think he's already super over. I don't know what CM Punk interaction with CM Punk would do, because we're in this weird CM Punk era where I don't really care about what interaction could they have that I would care about.
I don't know. I don't know.
Unless he's shitting on him, that would be great. But we know he's not going to just shit on CM Punk for no reason. Like Joe Hendry does a fucking rock concert, and it's all about CM Punk and Larry and putting rock tings in his mouth. Great. If it's not that, I don't want it. So yeah, I don't think I need that. Or him and Randy Orton team up to beat up my favorite guys to see get beat up.
Gallus.
Damn right. Ooh. I would take that as well. But other than that, I'm cool. With that said, I think that is all we have. Guys, we had to cover 2 pay-per-views. 2 pay-per-views. Did we ever get a total tally of the choices, the picks? Can we get that before
the guy
we
who's supposed to do that didn't do his job, so no.
Oh man, we are slipping.
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
Yeah, that's probably what we need to do. I'm ashamed. Here at Let Me Book the Territory, guys, we promise to be better. We will do better for you. It is up to us to make the picks, say the picks, and have the consequences when necessary. So, we will be back with, I guess, the conclusion of that.
Unless when BA is back next week, I will have the picks tallied up, and loser will do a shot.
Yeah. Then we're gonna start getting more extreme too. Loser gotta go like jump in traffic. Yeah. Or something like that. But until then, so that way we start just eliminating people. Yeah, we just have to start eliminating people. And then like, hey, guys, this is a show of one now.
Squid Games, this shit. All right.
Yeah, just Squid Games. Jump in a trap door. Land on spikes. Yeah, whatever you need to do. We're getting these ratings up. We're going through the roof, baby.
Spikes?
Huh?
Who just has spikes?
You don't have
pay Bronson Reed to tsunami us or something. I don't know.
Yes, but pause. Who doesn't have spikes just at their house? That's not
a trap door.
You can make one.
You don't have a trap door?
No. You have a trap door in that palace you live in?
Right. Guys,
you left me alone in that house to walk around and just explore where there was trap doors everywhere?
You were warned. No one told you to just start walking around.
I was not warned.
You were one light switch away from just sure death. And you didn't even know it. See? I buried the moat.
I left you out some towels. They didn't leave me any towels, and I had to go look with using the cats as my guide.
Sick. He was just like, oh, what's this in this clothes? Ah! He's like, where's Dub? He left unceremoniously. Whatever. But It's like Indiana Jones. But regardless to that fact, guys, Mumbai Hive, we love you. Italy, we love you. Most of the outer states, California, I know we got some listeners there. Louisiana, ATL, we all say the egg. Y'all want to pronounce the egg, y'all play eggs, egg man. Yeah, all that. And other people. We're gonna get some of you flyover states. We're gonna get some Nebraskans. That's where one of my favorite boxers is from. We gonna get some other listeners, some other viewers. But
Dakotas.
I don't know. We might not be able to Dakotas, but give it a shot. Some lady said I was the best looking person she's seen today. So, and she looked like she was probably from a Dakota. Just saying, we got a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Always. Guys, to that point, let us play us out like we always do. Sing that beautiful song, Bald Man, with your rock teams.
What can I say except you're welcome? You're ready for me?
We are out of here. Thank you.
Deuces.